This is Higher by Unspoken. It is dark pink, and I think it's the second to the last piece in your folder of music. If you're a senior in the group, I think maybe you did this. If you've been with us 4 years, you may have done this piece as a freshman. It's great, but it is challenging. So we're gonna do these parts a little bit different. I'm gonna kind of walk you through every part without the tracks, so we don't have to take it up to tempo, and then I will play at the very end all 4 parts with the tracks. But it's just really tricky to kind of find your way around, so I think we'll do it that way. A couple of things that everyone needs to know. On page 3, and I apologize for this, these handful of songs that got ended or added at the end, the editing is not as good as the pieces that I had arranged for specifically for this year. So I'm so sorry about this, but we were kind of scrambling at the end to try to get this together and get it out to you. So this is 100% on me for not double checking this, and I'm so sorry. But get your pencil out. On page 3, measure 31, that DS goes back to measure 15, which is actually written at the top of measure 32. So you can cross it out there and write it in on the coda. So it goes back to measure 15, which is on page 2. You see the coda sign or the DS sign there. And so you're going to sing then through measure 21, and the second time you're going to go to the coda, which is at measure 32. The coda is written at measure 33. That is incorrect. So you can either cross it out, or you can write it over, or you can cross it out and write it at measure 32, if that makes sense. So the roadmap, stay with me here, this is for everyone. You sing page 1, page 2, page 3. When you get to measure 31, you're going to go back to measure 15. And you're going to sing through measure 21, and then you're going to skip to the coda, which is measure 32 on page 3. And then it goes straight through the rest of the way. Okay? All right. So this is this time through is for the basses. Let me just shut this down so it doesn't run out of charge.
Powering off.
Powering off. Okay. All right, here we go, basses. So the solo part, I'm not going to worry about the solo part until we do it the last time with the tracks. So you come in, pick up into measure 11, and we're going to take it a little slower. I know that's high. I believe the last time we did it, I did let the basses go down there and sing it in the lower octave. I'm going to play it in the higher octave because I want you to give it a try up there. But if it's just painfully uncomfortable, then you can drop to the lower octave. It's kind of a yelling song a little bit, so you might be able to do it once we're all together and everybody's singing full out. All right, here we go. Let's start with your part. Pick up into measure 11. 2, ready. Don't blame it on the preacher, 'cause the preacher don't know. The devil's got a target on my heart and my soul. But let me tell you, brother, what the devil don't know. Down. The more I'm gonna lift you higher, higher. I'm gonna lift you tenors. Higher, tenors, higher, higher. Ready, and higher. So the tenors do the first higher and you do the second one. All right, let's go to page 3, measure 28. Standing at the top. 2, ready, and standing at the top was never ever mine. But if you keep me on the mountain, I'll tell the whole world. Singing hallelujah till I hit the dirt. Oh, I'm gonna lift you. Measure 15 higher, higher. I'm gonna lift you. Tenors higher, higher, higher. Ready, and God Almighty. Higher, higher, higher. Now we're at measure 33. This is the girls. Okay, basses, you're going to sing the bottom note here in the treble clef. The bass clef is solo, and we're not going to worry about that right now. So you're going to sing the hallelujahs starting in measure 37, the lowest note. It's not too high, but it is written in the treble clef. So here we go on the hallelujahs, measure 37. Ready, and hallelujah. Okay, and in this 4/4 bar, you sing the word good, 2, and then you're going to drop to the bass clef. So it goes like this. Good. Okay. So I would sing that first higher with the tenors just because it's so tricky. Lift you higher, higher, tenors, higher, 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 higher. Okay? Does that make any sense at all? Probably not. It's a little bit tricky. All right. We're going to start at, I'm going to lift you. This is pick up into measure 46. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Higher, 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 higher. I'm going to lift you. Tenors. Higher, higher. 3, 4. Tenors, higher, higher, higher. Ready, and okay, I know that page 4 is confusing, and I probably was not super helpful, but just do the best you can. That'd be a section that we would really hash out once we're together. Okay, tenors, here we go. For you. The only thing that you need to know is that on page 3, when we get to those hallelujahs, the girls are going to start them at measure 33, and then at measure 37, tenors, you're going to sing in the treble clef, but you're going to sing the bottom note. All the guys are going to sing on the bottom note on those hallelujahs. The bass clef is actually a solo, and we're not going to worry about that right now. So you're just going to sing the bottom note there. Yeah, and other than that, I think it's fairly straightforward for the tenors. Okay, we're not going to go through the solo right now. I'll play the solo when we do it at the very end. So we're starting, pick up into measure 11, bottom of page 1, 2, ready. Don't blame it on 19. Just listen to it. So God Almighty, that is an interval that we rarely sing. That is really, really tricky, but it's super important in the chord. Sing that one more time at measure 19. Ready? And God Almighty, you are worthy. Higher, 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 higher. Okay, let's go to page 3, measure 28. Start at standing at the top, 2, and get ready at measure 31. Remember, we're going back to 15. All right, here we go. Measure 28, ready? And standing at the top is never ever mine, but if you put me on the mountain, then I'll tell the whole world, singing hallelujah till I hit the dirt. Oh, I'm gonna lift you higher, 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 higher. I'm gonna lift you higher, 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 higher. Measure 19. God Almighty, you are worthy. Higher, higher, higher. So the girls sing. Down a step. Hallelujah, he is worthy. Hallelujah, he is worthy. Hallelujah, he is worthy. Hallelujah. Now go down. I'm gonna lift you higher, 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 higher. I'm gonna lift you higher, 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 higher. Ready? And God Almighty, you are worthy. Higher, 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 higher. Ready? And God Almighty, you are worthy. Okay, so those last couple of measures, again, you can either sing that in falsetto or you can grab the lower octave. The basses are going to be singing it down anyway. Sweet. All right, altos. Here we go. A couple things that you need to know. At measure 15, altos, I would like you to sing with the tenor and then hop up to your part. So, higher, 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 higher. So you're reading it in the top staff, but the note isn't changing, if that makes sense. Higher, 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 higher. Okay, so anytime the tenors have that higher by themselves, I would like you to join them. At the end, there's one place that it's a little bit different. Yeah, we'll just do the best we can with it for right now. I'm not gonna play the solo part for right now. Oh, I know what the other thing was. On the hallelujahs, girls, at the bottom of page 3, when you split to parts, altos, you're gonna take the middle note. So, because the boys are gonna be on the bottom note, the bass clef is a solo, if that makes sense. All right, here we go, girls. We're gonna start, pick up into measure 11. Pick up into measure 11 at the bottom of the first page. All right, here we go. 2, ready. Don't blame it on the preacher, 'cause the preacher done told. The devil's got a target on my heart and my soul. The lower I go, the more I'm gonna lift you higher, 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 higher. come in again at standing at the top at measure 28. Remember, when we get to measure 31, we're going to go back to 15. Here we go, standing at the top, ready, and standing at the top was never ever my goal, but if you put me on the mountain, then I'll tell the whole world, singing hallelujah till I hit the dirt. Oh, I'm gonna lift you higher, 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 higher. I'm gonna lift you higher, higher, higher. God Almighty, God Almighty, you are worthy. Higher, 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 higher. Measure 33. Middle note, girls. Kind of weird. I'm gonna lift you higher, 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 higher. Ready, and God Almighty, you are worthy. Higher, 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 higher. God Almighty, sweet. Girls, let me play for you measure 45, just so you can hear. It's super awkward. You're singing in measure 46, you're singing stems down. But starting at 43, let me start playing your part. To what you know. So measure 46, it's just that one little spot where you go higher, if you will. Oh. Okay, all right, sopranos, here we go. From the pickup into measure 11. So sopranos, the only thing you need to be concerned with, you don't really need to be concerned with anything. I think it's pretty straightforward for you. There's a couple of places where you have, like for instance, measure 46, you're singing the stems that go up, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward for you. Okay, here we go. Pick up into measure 11, sopranos. 1, 2, 3. Don't blame it on the preacher, 'cause the preacher don't know. The devil's got a target on my heart and my soul. But let me tell you, brother, what the devil don't know. The longer I go, the more I'm gonna lift you higher, higher, higher. I'm gonna lift you higher, higher, higher. Ready, and God Almighty, you are worthy. Higher, higher, higher. So you do have second sopranos. You do have one note in that chorus that pops up occasionally, but it's not hard to hear. So I think you'll be fine. All right. Measure 28, sopranos, standing at the top. And remember, at measure 31, we're going back to 15. So here we go, 28, ready, and standing on the top was never ever my goal, but if you put me on the mountain, then I'll tell the whole world, sing hallelujah till I hit the dirt. Oh, I'm gonna lift you higher, higher, higher. I'm gonna different. So sopranos, all of the sopranos are going to take the top line at measure 37. Okay? Everybody on the top line, because the altos are in the middle and the guys are on the bottom there. The bass clef is a solo. So all the girls, all the sopranos are on the top line, starting at measure 37. Ready? And. Measure 41. Ready, and go. Ready, and sopranos, would you just listen to measure 45, 46, 47? Actually, let's start at 44 on He Is Good. He is to lift you higher, higher, higher. Then it's just back to what you know. Okay? All right, here we go. All right, this is Everyone. Turn my speaker back on.
Powering on.
Oh, powering on. All right, so I'm going to play all 4 parts. We're going to do it with the tracks. It's faster than we rehearsed it.
Paired.
But hopefully you can kind of work your way through this. It'll get easier the more you listen to it, I think. All right, I will also play the solos. There's some awesome solos in here. The solo at the bottom of page 3, I probably won't play that for now, but it is a Waylon tenor solo. So, yeah, if you're interested in that and we have the chance to get to that point, we'll make sure that you have a chance to hear that. All right, here we go. At the top of Higher. No, not that. Here we go. It's just like a real rehearsal. I get so confused. This is so awesome. I love this piece. All right. Here we go. Here's the solo.